Hey, welcome back to Nights and Weekends with me, Marcus, your host, the one-man band on this side of the internet. I had told y'all I was off. I'm going to probably come out with another video tomorrow too. But as you can see from the thumbnail, hopefully you actually looked, why do the glitches always, and I mean almost always without exception, always cut against the folks on the right or against the popular narrative? Why? So we're going to hop right on in because I'm really rather annoyed with this, because if you get most of your news from the mainstream media, or you get your information from the government, on anything that is political or anything like that, is going to be slanted to the left. So the thing that had got me earlier this week was Alexa. Somewhere in this house too. I don't want her to hear me, but Marcus, Ed and Marcus, put in the clip of Alexa talking about the presidential candidates.
Amazon is insisting that Alexa does not have any political opinions after this error went viral. Watch.
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
I cannot provide content that promotes a specific political party or a specific candidate.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, the most significant may be that she is a woman of color who has overcome numerous obstacles to become a leader in her field. Additionally, her experience as a prosecutor and her record of accomplishment in the areas of criminal justice and immigration reform make her a compelling candidate.
So an Amazon spokesperson telling Fox News Digital, quote, this was an error that was quickly fixed. Senior advisor for former President Trump, Jason Miller, posted on X this, quote, error, just like big tech censorship of the Hunter Biden laptop story was an error.
So as we can see there, why on earth would that even be a glitch? Why? Again, this is something I want to get across to the folks on the left who just don't, when I say that, they have no clue. They have no clue why the folks on my side look at everything with a jaundiced eye, because it always breaks to one side. Almost always. Had to make sure I put in there almost, because almost cursed. Somebody, some group of people will hear the word always and say, well, if it doesn't happen 100 times out of 100, even though it happens 99.9 times out of 1,000, the statement's false. So that's why I've had to make sure I put that in there. Why does it almost always break one way? Anyway, let's go, Ed and Marcus. Throw in clip 2. This will be of how the media, specifically Joe Scarborough, spoke of Joe Biden prior to the debate.
Really, start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth. This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
Biden's sharp. He's sharp as one of those knives that you'd have got on freaking QVC, right? He's sharp. You know, he's the best at like you've ever seen. Ed and Marcus, throw in the clip of this, of what happened afterwards.
Fundraising. Mika, the sobering message he got yesterday from congressional leaders, and his biggest fundraiser was simple. We're losing, you're losing, and you're going to run out of money because the donors have left. So I don't know what those 2 or 3 in his inner circle are going to say to that, but the fact is they don't know more than Nancy Pelosi.
Right.
About polling. They don't know more about contributors than Jeffrey Katzenberg.
So, as we can see there from the clip, right? he doesn't go on and say, you know what, audience, I am sorry. I'm sorry I'm up here teabagging for the folks on the left. I am sorry that I masquerade around as somebody who was on the right, and I'm giving you just a center's point of view. No, you aren't. Okay? So stop it. Him and his wife can both stop it. So I can literally pull up articles, which I am. Matter of fact, we're gonna jump right on into an article really quick. This one article is emblematic of all the BS that I read from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and up until the goddamn debate that Trump had with him. This was emblematic of the stuff that you would read and hear. Joe Biden is more spry and active than you are. And this is from the Medium. Think you got what it takes to be president? Really? Really? The point is that I can fill this thing up almost with thousands of articles written by these POS journalists who are essentially activists, who were saying that who were collectively saying that Joe Biden was perfectly with it. Now, just FYI, Ed and Marcus, throw in the clip of this man from just a few days ago.
Well, I tell you one thing, I'm the first president ever. I used to be a county official when I was 26 years old, and it always bothered me the federal government would send. And one of my best friends, my name's Joe Biden, I'm from Scranton, Pennsylvania. We are the greatest manufacturing county in the world, state in the world, city in the world.
That man is still president. Just so that you know, he's still there. But you know what? I guess that the damn deep state that Trump spoke of and opened up my eyes to, finally took the shades off. I guess that it's the deep state. I guess that it's the bureaucrats that are running the damn show. So, hey, Marcus, I gotta look at my notes over here, Alex. Sorry, baby. Next, Marcus, throw in clip 3 of something else that always seems to break to the other side. And, oh, whoops, it just happened. I don't know how.
Firestorm in Washington this week. The IRS is expected to reveal the results of an internal investigation that shows the agency targeted the Tea Party and conservative groups. What were they looking for, and was this politically motivated? ABC's Rena Nyan tonight at the White House.
The IRS may be in need of an audit, say critics, after revelations it specifically went after conservative Tea Party groups.
So, we have the IRS when they were slowing down the Tea Party applications to be 501c and 501c4 organizations so that they can get their tax exemption status. So, as we can see here on Wikipedia, which is a left-leaning website, by the way, just so that we're clear. But here we go. This can just give you a brief thing. They admitted to it, and they essentially slow-rolled all of the stuff. Oh, well, I mean, technically, we didn't reject anything. We just took fucking just forever for your application to be done. Technically, I didn't do anything. Here we go. Over the 2 years between April of 2010 and April of 2012, the IRS essentially placed on hold the processing of applications for tax-exempt status received from organizations with Tea Party, Patriots, or 912 in their name. Okay? So that was going on under Obama. God forbid. Oh, that's right. I forgot. He didn't do anything wrong or anything like that. He's like a dove that came down from heaven and just ascended upon us. He didn't have anything bad in his closet, right? The Hodge twins are wrong, but let me go to the next one, which I don't have anything up yet, but let me click back on myself here. See, thing that's nice about being the one-man band, I can move around stuff the way I want it. Hey, Ed and Marcus, throw in the clip of Mark Zuckerberg talking about how he was pressured from the government to slow down stuff or to reject stuff talking about COVID or talking about Hunter Biden's laptop.
Really interesting, Jessica. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg admitted that the Biden administration repeatedly pressured Meta to censor content, including information about Hunter Biden, and Zuck admitted that he also regrets complying with these demands. Fascinating. Zuckerberg has provided the House Judiciary Committee with thousands of documents as part of its investigation into content moderation online. In a letter to the House Judiciary Committee chairman, Representative Jim Jordan, Zuck writes, quote, "The FBI warned us about a potential Russian disinformation operation about the Biden family and Burisma in the lead up to the 2020 election. That fall, when we saw a New York Post story reporting on Joe Biden's family, we sent that story to fact checkers for review and temporarily demoted it." For context, the New York Post first reported the Hunter Biden laptop story, which mainstream media initially claimed was disinformation.
Okay, so let's hit cancel on that. All right, like I told Ed and Marcus, he got his work cut out today. But hey, we are going to just focus. So they were put pressure on to block anything coming with Hunter Biden stuff and with COVID, right? But let's look at this. Do y'all remember those 51 signatories who said that it looked like Russian disinformation and everything else? The thing that I would ask you is this again, why does it always cut to one side? Always, almost always. Okay, so we are not doing that, baby. So we have Alexa up here trying to throw the damn election to Kamala. Oh, see, there we go. See, she heard me. Okay. We have Biden being said to be perfectly cognitively there by the media. And again, I can fill up my entire tabs with thousands of articles written by a whole bunch of assholes who said that he was perfectly fine. And then all of a sudden, they're shocked. As a matter of fact, Marcus, throw in that clip from the Ben Shapiro show of them saying how shocked that they were.
Party are making, which is that we are shocked to find that Joe Biden is senile. But aides are now coming out of the woodwork, and they're trying to protect themselves by saying, listen, we were told to lie, right? We were just being good soldiers. We've known for a long time that Joe Biden is out of it, but we are the people who want to stop Donald Trump. The party told us that we had to stop Donald Trump by propping up the old man, and so we did it. So you do have this internal battle inside the Democratic Party on along a couple of axes. You have an internal battle between people who want to keep Biden, which is basically just the Biden family at this point, and then everybody else. And then you have an internal battle between the Biden aides who are trying to defend their own record here and the Democratic Party and the legacy media who are trying to claim implausibly that they had no idea that Joe Biden was this bad. And the aides who are saying, listen, everybody knew that Joe Biden was this bad. We've known this for a long time. You knew it. We knew it. We're just doing our best to cover it up. That's our job. Right? That's what the aides are now saying by leaking to the New York Times. So, entire piece at the New York Times, Biden's lapses are said to be increasingly common and worrisome. According to the New York Times, in the weeks and months before President Biden's politically devastating performance on the debate stage in Atlanta, several current and former officials and others who encountered him behind closed doors noticed he increasingly appeared confused or listless and would lose the thread of conversations. Now, wouldn't that have been nice to know, months ago?
Okay. So we also have that. Then we also have them pressuring Mark Zuckerberg, right? To edit stuff, to reject stuff. But you know what? The thing that I really wanted to hop on here was especially when it came to COVID. So, Marcus, throw in the clip of Don Lemon talking about how folks shouldn't be out there protesting. And by the way, I remember during those times, I haven't pigeonholed it because I stand 10 goddamn toes down that I had it right very early all the way up to today. That's why I don't mind talking about it. I can talk about this until the goddamn cows come home. I feel like Malcolm X on this.
One of their own. Now, being an old farm boy myself, chickens coming home to roost never made me sad. In fact, it's only made me glad.
So, when it comes to those things, put in the clip of Don Lemon talking about the damn protests.
Get me going about all the, not everyone, but some of the people out there with those protests. They could be helping it figure out how to do some of those things too. So we got to talk. I got some breaking.
He could be shouting those protests down too. They're his people.
Man.
He could be saying, go home, don't do this. I don't want you doing this. You don't represent what I'm about.
Do you really
He
want
could say that?
You don't want me going there because it makes me so angry.
Then let's throw in the clip of Don Lemon talking about the George Floyd protests.
A long time ago, our country was started because this is how the Boston Tea Party, rioting. So do not get it twisted and think that, oh, this is something that has never happened before and then this is so terrible and where are we and these savages and all of that. This is how this country was started.
So two different things all during the time of COVID, early 2020, when everybody was told to lock in, to shelter in place as if a goddamn meteorite was, like a meteor was coming to Earth. Okay? Okay. And then we also do remember how if you said you had any problems from the COVID vaccine, that you were just crazy. So here we go. I got Nicki Minaj, right? I'm going to try to read this. Good luck on that. Okay. And one of the rapper's biggest controversies to date, Minaj was accused of spreading misinformation back when the government first started rolling out preventive shots about 1.5 years deep into the global pandemic, revealing at the time she wouldn't be attending that year's Met Gala because she hadn't been vaccinated, which was required of guests. The Barbie World artist also tweeted that a cousin's friend in Trinidad had become impotent after COVID-19 vaccine allegedly caused his testicles to swell. Marcus, or better yet, not Ed and Marcus now. You, person watching this. I can pull up articles. I can pull up literally 1,000 clips of people saying at the time that this was not true. Okay? That there were no vaccine injured, including the goddamn New York Times or the Washington Post or CNN, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, CBS, NPR. All these folks said, oh, no. These people are nuts. None of that's going on. I don't know what the hell these folks are even talking about. Okay? And then Marcus, Ed and Marcus, throw in the steal of what the New York Times wrote just a little bit ago. Really? So, the thousands, actually it's literally tens of thousands of people who have been injured by it, if not hundreds of thousands. And the title of the article is anybody listening to them? You weren't listening to them. What in the hell are you talking about? Now you want to turn around afterwards? But you know what? Let us look at how they framed stuff at the time of COVID. Okay? Sturgis motorcycle rally may have caused over 250,000 coronavirus cases. report. Then we have this from The Guardian. Now, I want to zoom in on this picture really, really, really quick just so that y'all can see this. Okay, this is a healthcare worker stands in the street as a counter protest to those demanding to stay at home order be lifted in Denver, Colorado on the 19th of April, 2020. Okay. Then we literally have this less than 2 months later. Racism is a pandemic too. USF healthcare workers join San Francisco protests for George Floyd. In my city in which I live, they also did this, okay? They also did this, but these were the same, again, it's the same thing, just so that we are clear, okay? It's literally the same conflicts you have inside your family or among your friends on the ideological split or schism that's going on in this country. It's the same thing in the scientific community. It's the same thing among the folks who freaking tell you to go get your kids vaccinated. Thank God I didn't get mine vaccinated. Oh, and by the way, I was told I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Somehow I happened to pick the right course of action so far. Now, so we literally have people saying, hey, all these rallies and stuff, and also the anti-lockdown protests were causing increases in cases. The Sturgis motorcycle rally caused 250,000 cases. And then let's look at what they did here. Oh, Black Lives Matter protests haven't led to COVID-19 spikes. It may be due to people staying home. That's because they were rioting. People were rioting. Okay? Okay. And that is pretty much, again, people, if you have any sense, you wouldn't have been at this shit either. So here we go. As the protests grew, many people not participating opted to stay at home and avoid going out. Now, I also have a clip I can throw in of Dr. Fauci essentially playing Pontius Pilate when it comes to should protests be shut down and stuff, right? But he had all these opinions on everything else. But when it came to shutting down the damn protest for George Floyd, all of a sudden he didn't have anything to say. Nothing. He didn't have, I mean, anything can, any kind of gathering can cause it. Okay, how about you say that y'all shouldn't be out there doing it? But you know what? He's too much of a fucking coward. And again, you know what? I guess since I'm not an epidemiologist, virologist, evolutionary biologist, I'm just a guy. I guess I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But the reason why everything kind of seems to split their way is because the folks who have gone into government are the left. Okay? It's them. Because do you want the lower paying job or do you want the higher paying job? Do you want the job that's going to pay you more, but you get less time off? There's a whole lot of folks that, choose to be teachers and everything else. And you take the things that end up going along with it. But that is why the federal government, for the most part, is honeycombed top to bottom with these folks, with the bureaucrats who half of them could probably be fired and you would not, your mail would still get delivered. Okay? The roads would still run. But that's something I just wanted to throw in here. And I have to be really quick with this. Let us also look at the journalists. These are the folks who give you the news and me the news. Here we go. 90% of political donations. This is who the media actually give their money to. 90% of 90% of media political donations to Biden, Sanders, AOC, Democrats. And you wonder why most of your damn news has a left-wing bias. The stuff always breaks against the folks on, almost always breaks against stuff on people on the right. And you wonder why we get called anti-vaxxers, even though I got the vax. That's the thing that's nuts. I end up getting the vax. Okay. I end up getting the vax and I get called a damn anti-vaxxer. Unbelievable. Okay. So that's why the folks on my side look at the information that comes out from the CNNs, the MSNBCs, the damn ABCs, et cetera, and from the federal government. And we look at it and we're like, nah. And especially after COVID. Remember, if you said you had any issues with the COVID vaccine, you were just making it up in your head. Okay? So that's it. All of the glitches, almost all of them, always break against people on my side. The Hunter Biden thing it was just held up. You know, we didn't know, even though the people knew. Okay? Alexa's over here saying, you know, that like you should vote for Kamala. Well, we fixed it. You want to make a non-profit about the dang Tea Party, who at the time when they were protesting here in my area, I went out there and I said, hey, where were all the protests when George Bush was running up a whole lot of debt? Okay. 3, I gotta look at my notes over here. Biden, he's perfectly fine. What in the hell you're seeing with your own eyes? Don't leave that. He's good. Okay, he's good. He's sharp. Okay. Zuckerberg being pressed. So every time I go on freaking Facebook, blah, 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 it just seems a little bit weird. Apparently like a whole lot of messages went out on Facebook in 2020 for the folks on the left that they thought were on the left to go vote. And a significantly less amount went out to folks that Facebook thought was on the right for them to go out and vote. Nothing. Come on. It's just all up in your head. And then if you want to protest against the dumb, misguided, okay, I'm telling you, like I feel like freaking Dennis Green with this.
The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Okay? And then if you have any problems with that, if you got a problem with people rioting and tearing up your city, you're the problem, man, kiss my ass. Hey, I'll see y'all soon. All right? Bye.